And in the upper right of Concealed Hill, spawning as our red human player, it is CrunCher. And in the bottom left, our Farseer Headhunter hero, it is from Canada, KiWiKaKi. All right, Ricky. What are you thinking? I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know who's gonna take it, honestly. How are you feeling?
I feel the same way. I mean, it's a first game, and I don't know what to expect, and it's going to open up this whole series, right? It's a very big indicator. This is a very bold strategy from Kiwi. A quick tech off the Farseer means on Concealed, he wants to go straight across and be aggressive, and we're already starting to see, is he going to be in the human's face like we're seeing a lot of these Orc players? It looks like, so far, yes.
Yeah, we've seen this fast tech very commonly on Concealed Hill. Grunts are normally the follow-up, but for Kiwi, he's actually going for that War Mill, so maybe with the Barracks, he's going to go into Headhunters after all. But yeah, generally with Grunts is a good way to play on this map, but CrunCher, it's all question marks for CrunCher, honestly. I really don't know what his reaction to this new style or these new styles that we may see from Kiwi are going to be. I have no clue, but the claws to start us off, that's going to be excellent for the Archmage.
Yeah, so far the items are very good. Farseer shows up, and all of the peasants actually get home. No arcane from CrunCher as well. Extremely greedy.
He's doing the ChaiMiko style, I suppose. 3 farm, no tower. Sock generally prefers to go for that arcane before teching, but ChaiMiko doesn't go for it, and he has had the more success in the past. Nice last hit, securing that ore for the Archmage. No deny, actually, on the Water Elemental. 42 experience now to start us off on that Farseer. We'll see if Kiwi's going to be able to get any peasants, though.
Yeah, sticking around the Farseer. At least the Wolves are going to get in there. One peasant might go down. Nice micro so far from CrunCher, and maybe even denies this peasant. He is in range of the Archmage, but still, a bunch of militia going to be able to clear up the Wolves for now. Kiwi going to have to resummon, but then he's going to have to march them right back in, and we haven't seen any Headhunters produced yet.
Yeah, the Barracks is up, but nothing is being built. Yeah, very, very strange from Kiwi. Okay, now he's building a Headhunter. I don't know how long the Barracks was done for. It had to have been done for a little while. But now they're being started. Now the Arcane Tower is going to, attempted to be produced. One peasant still very low. CrunCher has yet to lose any of these workers, Ricky, and his footman so healthy, which is a crucial part of this matchup currently.
Yeah, so far so good. He's been shaking and baking with that peasant. It might go down. Nice deny, though. Still not giving anything, just the original 42 from the Water Elemental, which I think CrunCher's going to be okay with, but CrunCher's also just totally fine with sitting in his base and defending this until defend.
And I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree with this from CrunCher. Like, you see a lot of humans. We saw some today for Europe just commit all their footman health in the early game, commit all their footman lives in the early game, don't get defend, and just lose a lot. And then, oh, what am I supposed to do? I have no footman left over. But CrunCher here, all of his footmen are healthy. If ever he was going to be pressured, I imagine he would just sit behind the soon-to-be Arcane Tower and just chill. And I gotta say, at least in my opinion, I definitely agree with this this early game from CrunCher. Everything seems to be perfect.
So this Tauren totem for Kiwi, Carson, correct me if I'm wrong, but is this going to be a fast tier 3 into Tauren, or do you think this is walkers with the Headhunters? What is Kiwi's angle right now?
Yeah, I guess a couple of walkers into later Taurens, but I honestly, I don't think this is going to be a very strong army for Kiwi. He won't have those raiders to pressure any of the maybe casters. He won't have those Kodos to eat what have been knights at times, actually, recently in this matchup. He'll just have walkers to deal with the Water Elementals. Of Spirit Link to save those Headhunters for a little bit, but I just don't think this army is going to be very strong for Kiwi. And it looks like CrunCher is going to go for 2 Sanctums, making it even more difficult to fight with it.
Yeah, double Sanctum is going to be pretty good. We'll see. Panda second as well for CrunCher. He knows exactly what he's going for. He wants the DPS. He knows that Kiwi's relying on the Headhunters, but he's kind of not this game, though, right? I mean, he's going to be making Headhunters, but I think the main tech is going to come to tier 3, unless it's just going to be Spirit-linked Berserkers. I mean, he's still staying on tier 2.
And CrunCher has defend, so one thing the walkers are very good at, of course, would be dealing with those defended footmen. Spirit walkers do a whole ton of damage for a caster. They're, the strongest casters in the game, DPS-wise. So it's definitely something going Kiwi's way. But if this Panda gets level 3, it's going to be very difficult for Kiwi with only Headhunters currently. But for now, he's creeping up the Tauren Chief, and he's going to try and get level 2. Has he gone Stomp? Yes, he has gone Stomp. Sometimes you'll see Shockwave today against the defended footman, but especially with those walkers now, not going to be too much of an issue for Kiwi, as I said.
I'm surprised that Kiwi's taking small camps. I mean, he does have a lot of units, plus the walker. He could creep something big, but he's just resorted to just smaller camps and allowed CrunCher to kind of take map control and continue to creep in his face. And oh, is that level 2 Panda? One nice little snag there from CrunCher, eh?
Yeah, a couple of fed wolves to CrunCher this game, but not the end of the world, of course. Both players are still just creeping, and Kiwi's actually going to be the first one to take a big camp. Both are going to go for their lab, but Kiwi's going to be a little bit ahead, and this may mean Kiwi's going to be able to run over to a red camp and get it for free. Maybe a fountain, maybe he pulls the middle red, but Kiwi's going to be a little bit faster, and this is going to be a big deal, actually, for the next camps for both these players.
Yeah, we'll see if they want to commit to something or go for that red. It's going to be interesting, but big consumable again. Potion Greater Mana for CrunCher. You'd love to see it if you're the human player. That's a beauty, and then that's a level 3, but it's also kind of a 10 card.
That's 10.5 for sure, and Kiwi also going for that tier 3 now, as we expected to see, and he's going to probably have some Torns in the future, of course have those Berserkers in the future, maybe even a Shadow Hunter 3rd, which could be pretty strong just for that heal wave. And CrunCher, staying on tier 2, is going to either need to tech a tier 3 himself or get an expansion up at some point to combat that tech advantage Kiwi's gonna have.
Yeah, kind of awkward for CrunCher. He's creeping the red, but you don't have that bolt to lock in the Ogre Lord, so you kind of have to rely on some sketchy movement here. Tries to lock it in. He does lock it in, so he will be able to get the Ogre Lord, which is good. Hopefully minimal damage. You don't want to lose too much, but at the footies at this point, kind of fodder as you start to transition into, like you said, the double sanctum. But and he's making those breakers really right away. I mean, the priests are out, a Sork, and he's just going pumping right into breakers.
And Kiwi's going to get the red camp himself, going to get the fountain. We'll see what he gets. Robe of the Magi, that's a pretty good item. With the auras, of course, would be better. The True Shot aura, or the armor aura, the lion horn, that's what it's called. I remembered, guys. Remember, I'm an expert. That would be really strong, but he doesn't get either. Level 3 on the Panda medallion is going to be great for the Panda as well. An expansion in the middle. We saw this from CrunCher the other day, and he's doing it again. The confidence.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy, but this time Kiwi's very close to level 3 on the Farseer, and this could be an advantageous fight for both. It depends if Kiwi uses a speed scroll to maybe kill some of these casters. He needs to get on the front line, but right now it's just all Panda. It's all CrunCher. Level 3 on the Farseer, but this Panda's doing some serious work. Chain Lightning comes in to try to mitigate some of these footies, but okay, there's a good stomp too. Kiwi starting to at least spread and maybe use that concave of units.
There's so many breaths, though, Ricky. There's a greater mana. The TP was passed over. There's just no heal scrolls for Kiwi. His back is to the shop, but he could go grab one. He has just enough gold to get one right now, but yes, he's killing some footmen. That's an excellent TP out from Kiwi. Oh my god, that was a great town portal. CrunCher might just go right into the base. He might just run across, and Kiwi is going to have a lot of difficulties healing up. He has 2 units stuck. Is that Walker? Oh, those are stuck. Those are stuck city.
Oh, no. They're absolutely trapped for a long time. I mean, you kill a burrow, maybe. That would probably do it. But you're still going to be killing your own burrow, and everything has no time to heal. He's trying to get to the health fountain. He's trying to run, but CrunCher's not going to give him this time. Panda with a medallion and Potion of Greater Mana. He should be chasing. But CrunCher instead knows, you know what? I still got this expansion, which is not even close to being touched. How CrunCher ends up stealing like an expansion in the mid like this and not getting punished is beyond me, Carson.
Yeah, it's going to pay off for now, but of course, Kiwi didn't lose really anything in that fight. He was close to losing everything, but now he's really healed up. That was, like I said, an excellent TP from Kiwi. Kiwi, who now has a heal scroll finally, which is going to help him perhaps win this next fight. The Panda is going to be breathing a lot. The spreads have also been excellent from Kiwi.
Nice breath for now, but the heal wave comes in. And at least even trades. One Walker's going to fall, but the Dispels come in on the Water Elementals, and now the Berserkers can start to take down these breakers, and +2 Berserkers can actually do a lot of damage to this caster army, especially if he can get in a good position. Farseer, tons of mana as well, so Kiwi wants to push the tempo here.
Oh, slow. Farseer has no speed scroll. Invul might have to be passed. It actually is. That's quite a waste, I have to say, for Kiwi to have to use it like that. The micro from CrunCher has been excellent. The casters are always in the back. He's just using the water elementals and the breakers in the front to chip away, and the breath, of course, is always on point. And he's got infinite breaths, essentially. He's still got that greater mana. The micro has been insane. He lets one priest slip. That might fall, but still, the trades are just so good. Look at that breaker even to the back. CrunCher's playing really well, Ricky, I gotta say.
Yeah, this is pretty tight. He's doing everything right so far. Panda with another Breath of Fire and just quickly goes into the back because I know I'm only just going to take damage right now. The stomp this time, yeah, much better this time. The chain lady comes in as well.
Okay, one of the casters finally falls. The Panda has an invul and might have to use it soon. Kiwi is pressing forward. He still has a very strong army, but a lot is going to die. It is nighttime, so the fountain might be the play for Kiwi. Maybe going to lose a Walker and a Berserker in transition, but again, he gets out with a lot of low units. Gonna lose those two to that one breath, but Kiwi is saving a whole lot to the back, but CrunCher might just be pressing forward.
No speed scroll, no TP, no way out. He's gonna be clogged into this fountain, and right now he's going for double Torrent Totem, and he's trying to pump out Torrents. Is he gonna have enough time though? Because this looks like a wedge. You're wedged into this corner.
Oh, Chain Lightning. Panda, let's not forget, is very low. A couple of breakers might fall. Is CrunCher overcommitting into the fountain? Maybe. We saw it from Insup earlier. Are we going to see it from CrunCher now? It doesn't look like he's about to lose a ton, but his Panda's getting low. One Walker. Nice morph from Kiwi. Is there Invis, by the way? There's no Adept on the Sorks. The Invuln is forced. The Heal Fountain's going to help out CrunCher, but it's, of course, helping out Kiwi at the same time. Kiwi is now trying to perhaps evacuate this because he's about to lose a whole lot.
Oh, this is a really big fight. Kiwi's slowly wedging his army back to be able to run home, and he hasn't lost a lot, surprisingly. I'm so shocked because he was literally just wedged into the health fountain, but he ends up escaping. I think he was 45 supply at the fountain, so he's able to escape a bit, and the Taurens are starting to come out, at least one. He's already got pulverized double Walker now, and he's just going to rely on that... he has Master Walker training as well, so he's just going to rely on heavy Spirit Walkers and Torrents to just keep pulverizing this army in the late game. But I mean, CrunCher's also 65 supply with the expansion, tons of bank, buys 2 mana pots because why not? The economy's looking ballin' for the human, Carson.
CrunCher still has a town portal to get out if he needs. There's no stomp yet for the Tauren Chieftain, but close. And CrunCher now knows about the Taurens themselves, so wouldn't be surprised to see a couple more Sorks coming out. Adept coming for the Sorks, and yeah, this is the supply advantage that CrunCher needs. If he has a 10, 11 supply advantage, that's definitely all you need to combat the tier 3 against tier 2. The breaths are big. There's no invul in the TC that might just be falling. Nice speed scroll to try to get away from this army, but there's just not enough for Kiwi, I'm afraid.
Yeah, he's relying on the Taurens, but there's just only one, and one is not gonna do it. I mean, 2 with that hero, but that hero's about to be a dead Tauren Chieftain. Pops the health pot, buys another mana pot, the stomps. It could be big, but there's no follow-up DPS because everything's being kited back, and there's just tons of breakers right now. He stomps a ton of breakers. That was just a useless stomp. GG.
Yeah, that stomp was just a nail in the coffin, I gotta say. Kiwi, again, I thought he fixed this problem, but the tier 3 tech, I mean, I don't know how many times I said this, but the tier 3 tech is about to be finished, and he's taking that fight close to the high ground. Like,
yeah, me and you both, man. We always talk about that. It feels like me and you are always talking about that every single DreamHack. That's the conversation me and you have. It's so true, though. It really is.
It's the Kiwi timing. Wait for, or don't wait for your tier 3 to kick in and take the fight too early. Actually, the Berserker upgrade kicking in saved him a bunch of headhunters in the bottom right. But yeah, props to CrunCher. He stepped up his game quite a bit compared to the winner bracket semifinal, I think. Micro was on point. A little bit of critique. Kiwi gave a lot of wolves away. Like, not denied, not resummoned. That was a big source of experience for CrunCher.
I think our question was answered. Is Kiwi going to adapt to what the orcs are doing? No. Instead of being aggressive and just in your face with the train of headhunters, constant attack, constant economic damage in the human, he just resorted to going tier 3, playing late game. Yeah. And then it was just a normal Tauren Kiwi show. It wasn't it's not what we've seen the orcs dominate in the meta. And if you do this strategy and there's a new adaptation that is crushing humans, why aren't you using it?
He literally found the one strat that no one else is doing, which is something that has made Kiwi very innovative and a very strong player in the past. But he's literally found the one little hallway to walk down strategically that no one else is walking down. That's it. And it doesn't work. The walkers are just not as strong as, say a Shadowhunter or say having shamans in an early tier 2 expansion. There's just so many more viable strategies that I hope Kiwi for his sake, is going to, just be one of the sheep for once, okay? Do the other standard Farseer Headhunter strategies. I'd love to see it because I know he can beat CrunCher with how he's playing recently.
I mean, Carson, you're the theory crafter. #1 in the world, probably, right? So, explain to me, what's the upside of Farseer, fast tech, low and late headhunters into walkers?
I suppose he wanted to try to go for the late game, and the walkers, of course, are kind of like the Shadowhunter second we've seen from Starbuck. To deal with you need to find a way to deal with those defended footmen. And I suppose if you know CrunCher might be going for a Panda or a Beastmaster, going for the walkers and going for the Tauren late game can be really strong against those secondary heroes that aren't Mountain King. But if you take those anti-timing fights like you brought up earlier, and you lose a lot and you're not able to really snowball into a big tier 3 army, it's just not going to work.
Well. CrunCher with match points. Once again, one step away from the semi-final. Kiwi has to fight back on Echo Isles.
I get upset sometimes, it's
there's so hard. It's just so hard.
I think you nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. If Kiwi just was a sheep for once, like, it's okay to not be the wolf and lead the pack.
Yeah.
There's a new way that works, and it involves
There's multiple ways, in fact, that work against humans nowadays.
And he just finds like the exact opposite and tries it out, and it's like, come on. But let's see, maybe there's a change up. Echo Isle's smaller map, maybe this is what entices him to be aggressive.
Yeah, and he's going for the more standard opening, of course, and he's going to be able to pressure CrunCher. Now we'll see how CrunCher deals with this aggression when it's not just a Farseer, right? It looked very clean last game, but it wasn't as difficult as it could be for CrunCher. It looked clean because it was just that one single hero. Now with that train of headhunters, with the 6 that we may see in total, or even 4 at times, but at least they'll be there in the base of CrunCher, how is he going to invest his footman health? Is he going to be able to save all these peasants? Is he going to be able to get that Arcane Tower up? And is he going to be able to keep that Archmage healthy?
I mean, everything points to continuing the aggression, right? Because CrunCher skips that Arcane till very, very late. Yes. He still plays very greedy. He doesn't respect that. I don't think he's ever had anyone do this kind of pressure to him, so he doesn't really know the repercussions. And we've seen Hawk and Blade really have a hard time, and these guys are grinding every day. So,
yeah.
I mean, I got to say it again. Try it out.
Try it out. And the peon is trying to try out that priest from the mercenary camp, not able to buy it, and CrunCher is going to run in and actually buy it. He's going to sacrifice a little bit of footman health, maybe even a lot of footman health, but it's well worth dealing with those spirit wolves. But Kiwi's going to react by just creeping to level 2, as it seems. He's probably going to do his route where he leaves wolves and leaves one headhunter to creep the small green after these trappers, and then goes on the aggression, just so he's not level 1 against level 2. He can at least be level 2 against level 2. Then he can pressure CrunCher.
Yeah, so far grabbing the item, Ring of Protection, that's a bit of a flop for Kiwi, but now he's going to come across, see what's going on. But yeah, this priest is definitely worth it, I think, for sure. Priest's going to be healing up the footy for now, but dispels on the wolves are very, very important. That's a big part of Kiwi's harass, if he even does. But it looks like, yeah, Kiwi's going to go for that level 2 right away.
CrunCher pulling some militia. No 4th farm, so it looks like he's going for the Merc camp, but...
There's the 4th farm.
Oh my, CrunCher's expanding against KiWiKaKi. I guess that priest is giving him a newfound confidence, but he's going to be up against a level 2 Farseer, which is actually on paper the counter to this fast expansion. If you creep with that Farseer and get level 2, get that Chain Lightning, you can do a lot of damage to the peasants on the expansion, so we'll see what Kiwi's able to do.
Oh, good creeping so far from CrunCher, though, not wasting any time, not taking that much damage from the creep itself, so Chain Lightning doesn't come in, and CrunCher gets away with the creep camp for now. Picks up a lot of XP, but he's eyeballing the Shadow Priest, and CrunCher kind of shake and bakes him at the in between the tree line. Could he actually get it out? No, Chain Lightning going to secure that for sure. But so far, the train of headhunters are coming. We don't have a tower up yet, Carson. This could be a window for Kiwi.
We'll see what Kiwi's follow-up on tier 2 is as well. He's about 50% through that tech now, getting a grunt from his barracks after the 4th headhunter. He could go for a Panda, could go for a Firelord, could also just go for a Tauren Chieftain as well, but the damage he's able to do right now is going to be crucial. He needs to slow down this expansion, he needs to damage the footman, and he needs to keep that Archmage off level 3.
And so far, so good. I mean, how does CrunCher even get level 3 from this other than the wolves, right? The priest is gone, so it's going to be a little bit harder and maybe a little bit easier for Kiwi to kite this. He just needs to not feed any wolves this game, so it could be good. Expansion halfway done for CrunCher. He's just buying time. Both players just being super passive right now.
Yeah, the footmen are starting to get a little bit low, but CrunCher, you can see he's not overcommitting these footmen in. He's just attacking the wolves when they're in range. He's not diving his footmen in, getting greedy. He's just happy that Kiwi is not committing into the peasant line. Now he's going to, but the arcane's already up, and there's 2 militia, 2 support, and this has just been simply not enough damage for Kiwi, but we'll see if he's able to do it now. He's still got the army advantage. So if CrunCher overcommits for a second, it's going to be a big deal, but defense almost kicked in.
Yeah, what we see other orcs do is kind of ping-pong their army inside and just keep netting shots as they chip away, microing back. But this time we just see Kiwi just really diving his whole army in or the whole army out. We're not seeing any chipping away right now, and this is affecting CrunCher big time. I mean, CrunCher doesn't have good items, Carson. There's 2 rings. It's not great. Defend just kicks in now, and that's going to help out. The grunts in the front line going to help secure a bit more damage. Chain lightning might happen. Nope, he pops the wolves before doing that.
Yeah,
now a dive in.
They're low. They're very, very low. The shop is coming up, but it's in front of Kiwi, and you know Kiwi does have a strong army. He's just gonna have to deal with these footmen, which is, I think you said it, the wolf resummon, probably not the play. I think a chain lightning on these footmen would have, you know, enabled Kiwi to do a lot more damage. The footmen's still very low though. Militia might have to be called from the main, and they have been. It's tier 2 now. Is Kiwi going into anything? He's getting a Spirit Lodge and a Bestiary. No secondary hero quite yet. The Grunt's going into the peasant line as well. Kiwi finding some kills at last.
Oh, definitely. These grunts have paid dividends. 3 footies go down. The headhunters are starting to kite defended footies, which works for a little bit. CrunCher wrapping back around. He wants at least one of these grunts. Maybe it was the Archmage's nephew or something, but he's going to avenge the loss. One of the grunts going down. And now CrunCher's... They're trading so evenly, though. So many footies going down. Almost level 3 Farseer.
Yeah, that's going to be very impactful for Kiwi. I'm still waiting to see what hero he's going for. It looks like he's eyeing a tavern hero, perhaps the panda. But at this point, I think just going for a Torn Chieftain and counter expanding might be the best play for Kiwi, but he still has not built that second hero, unless I'm losing my mind. No, he just hasn't. So this is a kind of a big deal for Kiwi, the fact that he's really not doing anything with this time that he has right now.
I think he's just thinking all units, right? He's killed so many footies. Level 3 Archmage is definitely a plus, but it wasn't the case before. And I think Kiwi's just thinking, you know what? I can end this if I get Ensnare, if I get more grunts, if I get some shamans. And I think he's just got his eye on the prize. But I think you're absolutely right. Maybe slowing this down might have been a better transition. But we'll see. I mean, this is going to be a lot of units for Kiwi. It's going to be even supply. The tech for CrunCher is halfway. It's just footies. But now the SimCity at the expansion is looking a lot more deeper. Like there's the shop, there's the blacksmith in front, there's about to be a guard tower, and I don't think Kiwi's gonna have as big of a way to jump in this as he did before.
Yeah, there's sort of 2 ways for Kiwi to deal with this. Either he goes Torn Chieftain, counter expands and steals away all the creeps from the potential second hero for CrunCher, or he goes all in on the expansion, gets a panda, goes mass raiders and tries to break the expo. But he's kind of doing an in-between. He's going solo Farseer, some raiders, but not overcommitting. Maybe he's going to be able to cancel this guard tower. That'd be very important. Yeah, he does actually get the cancel, and the blacksmith not yet finished, so nothing other than footmen, like you pointed out, is going to be CrunCher's army for a long while.
This is actually pretty good, not gonna lie. I mean, the Farseer doesn't have any mana, but he's just relying on, like you said, that solo hero mass units, and we're looking at 47 supply for the orc now. And I think Kiwi just thinks, listen, I could just kill him right here. I think I saw a window. I killed too many footmen. I think he's out of gas. I think he's out of juice, expansion or no. And now a lot of the peasants being pulled just to repair this blacksmith. At the end of the day, they're building the blacksmith. It will go up, but at the end of the day, it might fall. Is this a bad investment for CrunCher to dive into? No. Look at this wall. As just the CrunCher continues to right-click some of the units, the raiders have to back off. Is this really going to hold? Look at the arcane doing damage to the wolves. The CrunCher's Archmage is plowing away at the raider. One raider falls. Oh my god. Power through.
And this is all CrunCher wants. He just wants time. His tier 2 is now finished. He could call the boys from the main base at any point if he wanted. His footmen were healing up in the back. He can buy potions now.
Kiwi, stop committing.
He needs to break it because he wants to bust the SimCity open. But yeah, he just committed a bunch of time, most importantly, into trying to kill that blacksmith. And now CrunCher, he's getting his second hero. I think he's going for a Mountain King. Maybe a Paladin or a Blood Mage might even be better, but what do I know? And now the guard tower also got up in the back. 2 guard towers got up in the back. Those were not upgraded, Ricky, before Kiwi started attacking that blacksmith. These towers got up in the meantime.
And Kiwi's so committed to this. Oh! CrunCher!
Only gets one grunt out of it, doesn't get both, but a little cutesy play there for CrunCher. Styling a bit, and the expansion has been held. And now Alchemist from Kiwi, but why not get that 4 minutes ago, Ricky?
Yeah, it's interesting. If you're going to go for Tavern, there was so much window to do that. But Kiwi just gets held, and he committed so much, Carson, into this. I mean, there is no Expo follow-up. There's no tech follow-up. This is pretty much his army for a bit. Yeah, the Mountain King comes out. This is a perfect timing for CrunCher. Maybe an ensnare for Kiwi. Can he actually lock this in before CrunCher could get out of position?
There's 3 Raiders. Town Portal's definitely going to have to be used here, so Kiwi finds an opening.
Oh,
he's going to
nice.
force the DP.
So far, so good, but level 4 Archmage, and so far the trades are still good for CrunCher. No way he gets out. No way he gets out.
Wow, the Mountain King finding more kills. A Grunt about to fall, a Raider about to fall, a Berserker, or a Headhunter, rather, about to fall, and Kiwi still on tier 2. And it's just these in-between half measures that I fear may cost Kiwi this game. He didn't counter-expand, he didn't all-in the expansion, he played in between 2 strategies, and GG will be called, and CrunCher proves he's still got it, 2-0.